What's going on, guys? This is Eric, and we are at the final episode of our series talking about E3, the year of meh, on a high note.
Yes.
We're going to talk about Nintendo, which I thought won E3's conferences.
Oh, yeah.
Their conference was a lot of hype. A lot of hype.
They
and
had
it was
a lot
a very,
to live up to.
yeah, it was short, but it was just hype throughout.
Oh, yeah.
Did they? I was saying, I'm looking at the list that we have here. They talked about Splatoon 2. I don't think they did.
I don't think
I thought
they
that was
talked
a
about,
weird omission that they didn't talk about.
They did. Yeah, they actually didn't talk about Splatoon 2.
That's coming out though.
Yeah, all they talked about was the tournament that they were holding.
Oh
at
yeah,
E3.
yeah, that's right. They had the E3 tournament. They started off with, gosh, what did they start off with? I think it was
It was Xenoblade.
Xenoblade, yeah, the Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah,
Which
Xenoblade
looks
Chronicles 2.
amazing.
Those games are so good, dude.
Since I've never played them, like that trailer looked so good to me.
So good. Those are very good games.
Like that game looks so much fun.
I'm still a little confused on what the combat is going to be because
It looks like it's turn-based, but
they are because Xenoblade Chronicles was an action game.
oh, for real?
It was an open action game. So I'm a little confused if they're going to be going back to turn-based. That wouldn't make any sense, but it looked like it. But I don't know. I'm confused.
Huh.
So
So yeah, they showed that off. Sold me. Then they talked more about the Mario Rabbids thing, and then they showed off Mario Odyssey.
oh yeah,
My God.
awesome,
Does that
awesome.
does that look fantastic?
Finally, we're getting the successor to 64 and Sunshine that we've been wanting.
And see, for me, not have playing any of those, I'm excited to play a 3D Mario game
Oh yeah,
because I like side scrollers. I'm just never really good at side scroller platforming games. I'm more of a 3D platformer. So this, I'm sold.
oh yeah.
I'm already sold. I know I'm going to enjoy it.
The hat possession.
The
is
hat
so
possession,
cool.
yes. Like the fact that you could just basically do anybody, like be anybody.
Yeah, I like how they
Um,
started the trailer because I didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
They were showing like some T-Rex and he turns
Right?
around. He's got a mustache and hat on. Like that was.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh my gosh, is this Turok? Is Turok coming back?
Turok to the Switch. Oh,
Right.
but no.
That was my first thought, honestly, too. I'm like, is this Turok? Or
Right.
is this Ark Survival Evolved coming to the Switch?
Right, yeah. That would have been cool too.
Yeah.
Ark on the go.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, dang it. Now I'm just thinking Ark on the go right now.
I know.
But they showed that, and then they showed Kirby and Yoshi,
Kirby and
Games.
Yoshi games, yeah.
which I didn't think they were gonna be any. At least for at the time, I didn't think they were gonna have any.
No.
But yeah, those games coming out. They showed Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
Now you're a big Fire Emblem fan, right?
I'm not a huge
No?
Fire Emblem fan, but I do enjoy Fire Emblem. I've played them.
Okay. Because me not really owning Nintendo consoles for that much, or handhelds for that matter, other than when I had my 3DS just to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Pokemon, yeah.
That's what everybody got them for.
Right. So I'm excited to play Fire Emblem, and I'm liking that it's kind of like it's almost like a spiritual successor to the Hyrule Warriors that I never got to play,
Yeah.
but it's with Fire Emblem characters.
You know what's funny? What was funny about that game is I have it on Wii U. Was the Hyrule Warriors? What was funny about that game was I'm like, not just because it's Zelda based, but I'm like this game is more fun than Dynasty Warriors.
It looked more fun.
It was much more fun than Dynasty Warriors.
It looked a lot more fun. Like, honestly, half the time when it's a spin-off and not Dynasty Warriors, they're usually more fun.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, Omega Force 5, or whatever they're called, focuses more on the better gameplay for the other games than Dynasty Warriors. Because they made Attack on Titan,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
game was fantastic. They did Fate Exhilaria. That game was fun too. Way better than a Dynasty Warrior game. Oh, and they did the One Piece games.
Yeah.
But yeah, sold on that. Pretty excited for that. Speaking of speaking of Pokemon, and only playing a 3DS for Pokemon, they went to the Pokemon devs, and
Yeah.
they
Went to
freaking did
Nintendo
it.
Studios, and they done announced it, and that's all they did. All they
That's
did
all they did was announce it.
was say that it's happening. They are coming out with a core Switch Pokemon game.
I wish they would have shown a picture, a screenshot, something. That's brutal. It's brutal that they announced it and no context.
Because they knew they could get away with doing that. If we just tell people that it exists, people are gonna crap themselves.
And we all did.
We
we're
did.
like, yes,
We
Switch
did.
is getting a Pokemon game, and it's a core like from the actual Pokemon people,
Oh yeah.
and
Ugh.
so excited for that.
Yep.
And then they came out and they did it.
They
Again.
freaking did it. This was like one of my.
We were talking about this before the conference.
And this was one of my biggest hopes and possible predictions was they need to bring back Metroid. I love the Prime games. I love Metroid so much, and they just did it. It was in space, and then I started hearing the music, and then they put up like this 4. Metroid Prime 4. It's happening. Boy.
And what we said before, at least they said that it's being in production.
Right, yeah. It's,
At least in the tagline below it, it said now in development.
yeah, now in development. Thank God.
So it's like it gave you the relief knowing that it's being made.
Yeah.
And it was a big surprise. I kind of want to. Speaking of stuff that wasn't announced, I want Virtual Console so I can play some of these Prime games I never got to play.
Right. They didn't announce
They
anything
didn't show
about,
anything about like the system itself.
They didn't say anything about Virtual Console. They didn't say anything about, maybe transferring your content
That
to
or
the
their
Switch, your account to the Switch,
Mhm.
and if they were gonna have like I have Super Mario 64 on my Wii U, and it's fantastic. I can play it with the Pro Controller on my TV, or I can play it on the tablet.
I feel like you're gonna have to buy all that over again.
And if they do that, they're
You're gonna cry.
piss off a lot of people. I'm gonna cry. Now I don't have too much downloaded on the Wii U, but I do have it's a Wii U game, but I have Pikmin 3 I have a digital copy of Pikmin 3, and I have Mario 64 and I have Super Mario World digitally, obviously.
See, it was upsetting. Like I expected them to talk about the console itself, because it's like that's a big thing that they haven't really talked about. They said that it
No.
was gonna happen, but then they just have been quiet about it.
Yeah.
They like all these rumors that had came out when the console was coming out, saying, "Oh, it's gonna have GameCube games and all this stuff," and it just kind of
Fizzled.
fizzles and goes away. And then they didn't talk about the online stuff,
No online. No.
even though they made a big deal saying, "Oh, we're extending the free trial for your online, so you can play for free for a while longer." And it's like, you're really gonna make us pay for your online service? Really, Nintendo?
It's the trend. Everybody does it now. They're just
But-
like, we can probably get away with it.
The way their thing is set up so far is beyond ridiculous. You got to go through the app to talk.
No, I don't want to.
And
do
then that weird Splatoon thing that I showed you, where it's like it plugs in. I'll probably try to find a picture to show you guys while I'm talking about it. You have the little headset that goes to the little like squid thing dock thing that goes to
Got
a
a
headset
receiver.
that goes to your phone.
You've got like 3 receivers. It's too much.
Like, why?
That's
And how is that
stupid.
even work? Like, why do you have to go through a little thing to go through the? It doesn't make any sense.
No.
If you're gonna use your phone for the voice chat, then use the phone for the voice chat.
Yeah, just call somebody.
Yeah, like it should just plug in. It shouldn't have to have this weird receiver that looks like a squid
Yeah.
to do voice chat that you have to plug in from your phone then to a headset.
Yeah.
But I digress.
My hope is that they just get with the program and just bring out headsets and do party chat.
Like, I don't see why you can't just plug in a headset to the headphone jack.
I
Is there
know.
not a mic enabled for that?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, right now there is no voice chat.
No.
So, like, when you're in a Mario Kart, you can't talk.
Okay. Well, yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's for the most part.
I've never seen any. They don't have any mic accessories, so.
No. So, yeah, it's weird, the fact they didn't show that. They also didn't show Smash Brothers.
No, I really wanted.
I was
the
actually
Smash Bros.
surprised for that.
Announcement. I really wanted a Smash Bros. Announcement.
I did too. I wanted a port of the Smash Brothers to the Switch. I thought that would have been a big tell and big
It's
win.
the only reason I'm not getting rid of my games.
Yeah.
Like, I'll trade in my Wii U, but I have friends with Wii U's, so like we can still play Smash. I just don't want to get rid of my games.
Right. No, I don't blame you. Especially when, like, they're being kind of weird about stuff.
Yeah.
Because I would love that, and I would love a Super Mario Maker for the Switch.
That'd be cool.
Like, why haven't we got that either?
No.
That was a big game too. But then they showed. What am I thinking? Oh, the Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC,
Yeah, Breath of the Wild DLC.
which looks amazing, and I want to do something for that soon, because I will be having the expansion packs, and you guys can watch me get my butt kicked. I may do like a pre-recording of playing it sometime soon. But yeah, there's that, and then they got a hard mode. They added hard mode to the game called Master Mode, and then they got the Master Trials, which looks amazing and really freaking hard.
Oh yeah.
You start with nothing, and you gotta go through 45 levels of freaking pure torture. And what I learned, once you die, you have to start back over again. You don't just die on that level and
That's
then redo
crazy.
it. Once you die on that level, you go all the way back to the beginning.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I actually just found that out today. We're doing more research on that. When I heard that, I'm like, oh shit, that's rough.
Yikes.
Other than that, what else? Not Bethesda. Nintendo just killed it, really. I mean, they had that. They talked about Pokken Tournament a little bit more, which, it's Pokken Tournament. It looks amazing. It's Tekken with Pokemon, so I'm going to definitely buy that.
Yeah.
Other than that, not seeing anything else. The Virtual Console, yeah, wish they would have talked about that. Yeah, and Disgaea 5. That's finally coming out soon. Did it already come out?
Is it?
I think it's already out now.
It might be in the eShop.
Yeah, I think it's in the eShop now already.
Okay, yeah.
But they did show something for that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
I'm excited. They showed. I still haven't bought ARMS yet. I'm still on the fence on that game.
Yeah.
Maybe once I get more people, like if Jeff gets ARMS, and then if you get a Switch and you get ARMS, we can all play. Like, that'd be cool. Because right now it's like, okay, if I only get the game, I would want to play it with the two controllers. Because that feels like that would be the more fun way to do it.
Yeah.
But me only having the game, one person would use the motion controls and then one person would use the actual controller.
Yeah.
It'd feel kind of one-sided, I would think. So who knows? Maybe in the future, one of us will have, well, both of us would have it, and we would that would be a fun like Thursday Throwdown thing, just going like doing fighting moves for it. I'm excited for Splatoon 2, since I've never got to play Splatoon. Even when they had the what's it called, the open beta test, major test thing, whatever they called it, I was gone. I was so upset I didn't get to play that then either. But I'm excited to finally be able to play Splatoon, so I think Nintendo killed it. Was there anything else you wanted to talk about Nintendo before we close it?
Not that I know of, because they didn't cover anything else. So
Yeah, they
pretty
didn't.
much they had like a half-hour streamed conference.
Yeah.
So
But yeah, I think they won E3. Their conference was hype based. They hit points each time and didn't really like linger on things, which I appreciated.
yeah,
Especially when they talked about FIFA
yeah, yeah.
for a brief second. So yeah, if you like that, make sure to subscribe to our channel. I hope you guys enjoyed our coverage for E3 2017. Sorry for being so late. We actually went to record, and we basically got through the entire conference, and we lost the footage.
Yeah.
It was very heartbreaking. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to subscribe, and we will be back for the Metal Gear playthroughs. I've been kind of taking a little hiatus from that because I was getting kind of burnt out.
That's fair.
But we'll be back for that. Maybe I'll play another game until the meantime, so I can kind of get back into it.
Yeah.
Other than that, check out For the Chivo. I mean, we're part of that, even though we haven't been on there for a while. But we are part of their channel. Make sure to show them some support like you guys have been showing us. And until next time, have a great one.
See ya.
Okay, how many videos was that?